Where's Jeff?
You are here for the first annual water ski show.
You got the sign, Andy?
It's down there.
Oh,
He's following in the second.
you're the fan.
You mean we don't have the signs? We're supposed to read the signs from the boat? Is this it?
Whoever's holding
Yo, James.
Well, I told her she should just come
And here's boat
down
number
here
2.
with us. But
I wanted to go out in the boat, and I said, well, go ask Aaron, and if there's room, you can ride the boat.
well, I guess there was room, unless she's still standing on the dock.
I don't see her on the dock. I don't see her.
Oh, there she is. She's in there. I see 2 little redheads.
That's what my battery doesn't give out here.
Maybe you ought to save it for the important part.
She's got. There you got the sign. Too bad you can't read it.
It's Andy. Oh,
He's got a flag. He's skiing with one hand. He's got a flag.
They got burnt up there too.
I missed Oh, shoot. Oh.
They don't know when to drop.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with the producer part of the show.
Yeah, they don't know when to drop. They're watching him. But with Dad following them, they can't drop. If they drop, they could get hit by our boat. I love these 24 exposure films. They give you about 30 pictures. I don't know what happens when one of them falls. Do they all have to let go? Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, those skiers must be really working to stay up.
What has he got?
At least 6.
What do you think if one of them drops, they keep going, and this boat back here picks them up? Because this boat,
What is?
it'd be great if they had red, white, and blue.
Well, they got some sort of a thing.
Michael Jordan doesn't have anything on us. What do they all got on? They've all got some sort of cape or something.
Yeah, they're.
It's like beagles or something.
Look, they're way. Who are they?
Come on over here. We want to take your picture.
Huh?
Here they come.
Okay, now we got Tubing Exhibition by Doug Zink.
Now, this is the thing we got a copy to give to their parents.
Oh, I thought this was the Thanksgiving entertainment this year.
Dad, you're heading straight for the front.
I know. Don't bring him into the rock. You should wave, Doug.
Go Doug. Oh, he's coming out of here.
Wait a minute, Dad, I gotta get him on tape. It's not easy trying to switch cameras. Whoa!
Oh, we didn't get that, the sea monster.
Do something, but since we didn't have that, she wasn't gonna do anything.
Why don't you the girls go out on that thing?
They're too little.
They end up the sign. They were, oh, where are they? I understand.
And you gotta pay attention when Katie's on the because that's what Katie's every time they make that turn, it looks like he's gonna lose it.
Oh!
Well, he's the only one who could do that. It wasn't Aaron.
Now, I don't think Erin had her suit on, did she?
that's Uncle Bert. He's got a hat on. I love it when he skis with his hat on. This is Uncle Bert. Uncle Bert.
Look out.
It's Uncle Bert.
Hardly ever.
How close are we? Whoa! Well, there goes one hand. Well, it's still floating. Hey, you're gonna have to stay. Oh!
Is that Gary?
Is it?
Andy.
You sure though? No, that's Dad, isn't it?
He was in
Hey, Mom. There it is. I see it.
Still on.
Here he goes. Here we go. Watch this landing. Never could make it.
Yay!
It's.
I hope he doesn't come as close to the rock as he just did.
Yep, she's on there. I can see her. Here's the flag, Mom. We can time it right. Jeff's on one ski.
Now they got something in the pants.
Jeff had something in his hand or on his head or something. They pass a hat. They're yelling to each other. Here we go.
There you go.
Come on. What do they got? Oh, they've got Uncle Bert's hat. They put it on. Jeff had it on his head and they passed it.
All right. That was great. Okay, here they come. 3 skiers.
Andy and Jeff.
Who is it? It's
Jeff's
Chuck.
on the outside.
We have to stay up for a while. Is that what he said?
It's Chuck and Andy and Jeff.
Yeah. He doesn't come as close. He's got his flagging.
Look at all
They've
of
got
them.
the other side.
Mom,
They've got the other side coming.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and bringing up the rear.
That's what it says. Ian. Jeff's driving all the girls around. Whose camera was that?
Okay, let's hear some applause from the crowd. Yay!
Oh, that's too bad.
You gotta hit a sign.
Someone we have Joyce and Bert Smith.
Tournament official
Dot
is
Brenneckes.
checking balls.
Last year's champion, right?
Right. And down there,
Who wants to know if there's a tournament official checking balls?
Niesens, defending champions. We're at the first tee. Par 4. 332 yards for the men, 308 for the women.
You can't? Oh, golly, you guys really have some rough rules.
It's no closer to the home.
There's Chuck Niesens complaining about the rules.
We're not out here. We're not out.
There's Alan Brenneckes hitting his practice mushrooms
Well, it's really
as we prepare for foursome 1 to tee off the first tee. An overcast day here at Cassville Country Club. Wind is to the players back on this tee. Start off on the first tee with Brenneckes. He has teed up her orange ball, and she is preparing to hit the driver. Takes practice. Bert Smith makes a bad attempt to distract her. There it goes down the fairway. Good. 150 yard shot. Here's Joyce Smith teeing off the third. Also hitting a driver, she tees up her fine yellow ball. Takes practice swing. And she pushes one. Here's Charles Niesen, defending champion, teeing off from the men's tees. Using a driver, tees up his white Titleist. Takes a practice swing with his graphite driver. He pushes one slightly right. Goes behind the trees out of view.
pretty good short cut, I'd say. You're probably right in front of the hole. Is that out
Pushes
of
one
bounds?
right towards the green. Bert Smith.
Okay. I'm sure it's not in the other fairway.
Using his driver. His white. Straight up the fairway, straight towards those. One heads up to shoot their fairway shots towards the green. We will introduce you to Classics Foursome 2, consisting of Jeff, who's your partner? I'll turn around and smile for the camera. Gooch and Gooch, Jeffrey and Gary Gutjahrs, and Doug, Zink, and Alan. Where is he? There he is.
The champ wannabe. The wannabes. Champ.
Oh!
He's on the tee. It's his driver. Tees up his white Titleist.
I don't have any club I can rely on.
Takes practice swing.
Chance we can go.
Oh man, look at
Takes another practice swing.
what are we gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Get it on. Yet another practice swing. Delayed by this married couple playing as a pair in this small tournament. Here Alan is preparing to hit. He's aching to hit, and Bert and Joyce Smith are holding him off the tee up. Tee off. He slices it. Nice 50-yard shot. Poor Alan. Partner Doug Zink hitting a low iron. Doug hits an iron better than a wood. Takes a few practice swings. Free iron. Tees off. Whack. What a shot. Gary Gutjahrs with his driver. He's up for Jeff. Gary Gooch and Gooch. He's up his lime green ball. Takes a practice swing. Push that one to the right, but it should make the green. Partner Jeff. He's up his white Titleist. Gets out his graphite driver. As the video camera makes funny sounds. Jeff takes a practice swing.
That may be better.
Jeff enjoys looking at his foursome two up to their fairway shots. Fairway is a dog leg to the right. The green is just through those trees over there. One on the green. Let's see how they have done. Smith putting. Doug Zink can make his green shot. And apparently it went in the woods over there. That shot. Doug obviously had the best ball. Here's Alan making that same shot. And it lands you good. 75 yards off the green. Gary making their green shots with chips from the yardage marker. Jeff makes the first hit. Is he doing teeing up the ball? I don't think Jeff would shoot like that, would you? There is Gary setting down his lime green ball. Jeff takes practice swing. Gary rearranges the balls. Gary takes his swing. Let's watch. Right up on the green. Slow down. It's going to roll over. And it does. Now back to Jeff. Let's watch him do make his shot. Hopefully it'll be slightly better than Gary, so he can't do much worse than what Doug Allen did. Here's the chip. And a good foot from the hole. That's going to be an excellent shot for Jeff and Gary. Ball. Can't quite find it. They're going to discuss and find out which shot was the better shot. Preparing to make his chip shot. Waiting for Doug to find his. Here's Alan's chip shot. He takes a practice swing. Probably using an 8 or 9 iron. Here is shot. A good 12 feet from the pin. On the left is Alan's shot, on the right is Jeff's shot. On green 1 of Cassville, comes the same shot. And it rolls a good 10 feet past the pin. Alan's is about the same distance. Doug's is uphill from the pin, and Alan's is down.
Well, you want to play, Doug?
Practicing his
They're
putting.
both about the same distance. Yours is downhill, the other one's uphill.
This putt with Alan against Alan's putt. They decided to go with Alan's putt. Goes slightly past the hole. Alan. Here's Douglas. There's the putt, and it rolls in the hole. What'd that give you, Doug?
Yeah.
What'd that give you, Doug?
We had a par.
A par. That is 4, par 4. Here's Gary making an attempt to putt for a birdie, I believe. And it breaks more than he expects. And Jeff puts down the same ball. He's going to try it. This is putting for a birdie. Jeff marks this one as well. Gooch goes to oh, and he misses it. Jeff's not happy. That was for a birdie, folks. The best they can do is a par. Let's watch. Gary attempts to do the oh, and he makes it. That gives Jeff and Gary, Gooch and Gooch, a 4. They had 2 pars. Everybody's review. Group 1 is already teed off. Hole 2. And that was a dogleg to the left. One of the longest holes in the course, a par 5. And it was a good 5:38 for the minute, and 5:22 for the limit. Doug is about to tee off. I am going to go proceed up and see how group foursome 1 is doing on the 3rd green. Through the trees, group 1, foursome 1 has not teed off T3 yet, so we may be able to be in for a treat and see them putting on green 3.
Both teams birdied that last hole. Joyce chipped one all but in the hole. It was just a tap in for a birdie. And then Dot and I were off the green, and Dot put a putt a foot from the hole, which took all the pressure off me. And then I tapped the putt and it went in.
Well, it
was about like the one from last year.
Here foursome 1 is waiting on T3 to tee off. They've been held up by another group ahead of them. Chuck Niesen has something else to say.
On that previous hole, Bert hit a fairway wood well over 200 yards just short of the green, and that allowed Joyce to have a good chip close to the hole.
That's real team effort.
That is.
That's real team effort.
Asphalt Country Club is located smack dab in the middle of some of the Ozarks' finest farmland, as you can see from the field here and barn over there. The Ozarks' wonders of nature.
Can you zoom in, look close?
Yeah. Sitting on Joyce Smith's golf shoe as she sits in her car.
I guess I ought to drive water. There's nothing stopping me.
Bert tries to stimulate the butterflies. Just decides to stay under Shira's
Nobody was real close.
Brenneckes team. Orange ball. Practice swing to tee off the third hole.
Good one. Roll ball.
Knocks it.
Play.
You can see it down there. It's located down just a little up to those three little pine trees. Joyce Smith. She tees up her line yellow ball. Takes a few practice swings and he's getting ready to tee off the 13. And she whacks
hit.
that one. Goes up.
You're all right. Had a little draw on that. Yeah, you did.
And it sits right up there underneath that little tree far to the left. Now here's Chuck Niesens with his white Titleist. Gets ready with his graphite driver. Let's practice. Ooh, and he keeps that one low to the ground and knocks the brief over. Sits up there.
Time goes left.
Did it go left? I didn't.
Chuck slightly disappointed. There's Bert Smith. Joyce. Let's watch his hit.
We're okay.
Whack. There it goes.
Good one. You and Joyce are right there together.
Together right down.
Oh, you're going across the path? Down the path? It's still going?
Still rolling down the path towards that.
You're on the
That's
right
going to be
side.
my longest drive of the day.
You're on the right side of the path.
As they take off to go make their fairway shots. And here comes foursome 2. Let's see how they did. Tee off the 13. How'd you guys do?
How'd we do? We had a birdie on that hole, and Alan and Doug had a par.
So it appears that
We're one under.
it appears that only Doug and Alan are behind everyone else. Everyone else got a birdie on that last hole, except for Doug and Alan.
I believe you.
Alan's not very happy if you can't tell. Here are the stats on hole 3. So you can see it's a par 4. And it's got 341 yards for the men and 330 members of foursome 1 looking for their shots in the fairway of hole 3. Here's that Chuck Niesens has found his slightly more left than he thought. Pollute the earth is all letting Dot hit first from his ball. She hits that one in the direction of the green. Here is it lands just short of the green. Now here is Chuck Niesens hitting from the same place as Joyce Smith looks on. Joyce decides to move the cart out of the way at the last moment. Chuck uses probably a 7 or 6 iron, maybe an 8. Takes a good practice swing. Let's watch. See if he makes 3. and it rolls onto the back of the green, slightly left of the pin. Now let's watch Bert and Joyce make their shot. Probably 900. There. As you can see on the right. Takes a shot. It lands, rolls straight towards the pin, towards the nose, rolling around the back of the green. There she bounces right over the front of the green. Rolls off towards the side.
Oh, I tell you what, you just cannot keep those dudes from rolling.
As soon as you force them to, is already teed off. We're in the process of teeing off, and we are going to go to green 3 to watch foursome 1 and Dot. Brenneckes approaches the green as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Or my keyword or something. That sign over there. I might just let you in on that. As we find it on the green of hole 3. Well, Dot and Alan, or Dot and Chuck are using Chuck's ball, and Bert and Joyce are using Joyce's ball. Sorry, Bert's ball. Here's Joyce's putt from slightly above the green towards the end.
Well, it's uphill. We're having to putt uphill.
They're analyzing the putt.
I'm not wishing you do any bad luck or anything, but
Makes some nice cracks. Here he is. Rolls quickly past. I think they're going to be in the same spot.
that was a tough putt. I don't think there's any way you could get it close.
It doesn't even look good from here. They've got that in a real horrible place.
This is a much better putt than your last one. This is where I guess
That was for a bogey. Now if they go with Dot's putt, the best they can have is a double bogey.
Just take that one. Just go ahead and pick that one up.
At least got a 5 on this hole.
Yes, which is a single double bogey. Chuck's putt, Chuck's putt. Chuck is putting just roll slightly past the green, so they end up with a 5 on this one. Chuck and Dot end up with a 5, and Bert and Joyce end up with a Bert, what'd you end up with?
4.
Bert and Joyce end up with a 4. And 2 make their chip shots for the green. Here's Jeff chipping for Bert. Jeff and Gary. Beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Where is it? There it is. A good 4 feet from the hole. Jeff knows what he's doing, obviously. Now Doug and Alan are over here by this latticework fence, doing the same thing from the opposite side of the fairway. There's Alan's ready to make his shot. Takes a few practice swings. And Gary just made his shot. It wasn't quite as good as Jeff's, so we won't show it to you, but here's Alan's. He hits it. Where'd it go? There it goes. Rolls good. Right, you can see Gary's ball on the right there. Alan's ball is not visible from here. Let's watch. Apparently Doug has already made his shot. I do not know where that went. We'll have to find out when he comes over here. Jeff just chipped that one on from where he was. So obviously I'm screwed up. Doug Zink's ball. I had made a mistake previously, and that's not Jeff Gutjahrs' ball, that's Doug Zink's ball. Jeff and Doug both analyze their putts. Doug fixes the ball mark as Gary and Alan look on. And hole 3 as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Here Jeff makes the same shot. Apparently they decided to take that mark, so they apparently decided to take Gary's shot. Let's see if they can get any closer to the pin. Rolls down.
Want me to go first? Wait to see what the lie like?
So you can see that's how far they are from the pin as Alan walks between their ball, which is against the rules of golf etiquette, but we won't mention it now, will we? Here are Alan and Doug Zink taking Doug's shot, which he made a very nice shot from, where is it there? And he now, they're now going to out. Alan says he's going to break to the right. Doug says just a tad. So Alan makes the first putt for a 3. Oh, and he puts it in. For Doug and Alan just got a 3 on the 3rd hole. Now let's watch. And Gary and Jeff are putting for a 4. They're putting for a 4, which is... Let's watch. Oh, and it didn't break as much as they thought. Now let's watch Jeff make the same putt. Oh, that's got to be hard. They are putting now for a 5. More than likely with the putt they have now, they makes the 5. Oh, and he misses. That's surprising. Let's watch Jeff now. He's still on utter disappointment. This fun in this thing. But Jeff sets back where Gary's ball was. Tosses it at the ball mark, which is probably Nick or something. And Jeff makes his putt. And he makes it for a 5 for Jeff and Gary. Gooch and Gooch on hole 3 as NBC's coverage of Lake Classic continues. Nice straight shot to the green. 327 yards from the pin. He's off. We'll go down and watch foursome 1 on the green. The same hole 4 as NBC's coverage of Lake Classic. Joyce Smith is putting. Beautiful putt, the lime green ball, right for the pin that Dot just took out like Chuck and Dot. And she doesn't think it's going to, or thought it was going to break more than it did, apparently. Here's Chuck making the same putt. Which is on his left. Alright, let's watch. And he, he misses, and he knocks it in. Let's watch Berkeley. So for Chuck. Here, foursome 2 is chipping for the green. Let's watch. As Allen makes his chip shot, rolls it right up there for Doug. Apparently, Doug made a worse chip shot than Allen just did. Allen's is a good probably 6 feet away from the pin. Doug's rolled off the back of the green, which you can't see from here. That is Jeff's ball on the far left there. In the middle is Allen's ball, and on the right is a pin. Gary shot right there, away from the green. Gary picks it up. Allen smiling as he sees his chip shot, which Doug is about to putt. Here Jeff and Gary examine their shot. Gary makes his shot. Which he hit too hard. Now Jeff's going to make the same shot. Hopefully he won't make the same mistake. This is putting for a 3, I believe, for the Gutjahrs. Right, Doug? Doug says yes. Jeff, he doesn't roll it quite as far as Gary did, but he will put it out, and that will give Gutjahrs a 4.
Let me go first. Yeah.
Now we have Allen and Doug putting for Doug and Allen are putting for the 3. He makes the putt for a 3 for Allen and Doug, and for a 4 for the Gooch and Gooch. As NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues, money and energy's sake, we are going to skip holes 5 and 6 and go straight to 7 with foursome 1 there. But you can see 5, they tee off. Head down for a slight dogleg to the right. Sand trap on the left and about 100 yards off the hole. Hole 5 is par 5. 85 yards for the men, 416 yards. For the women, now we'll skip up to hole 6 and explain for you, or to you, what hole 6 consists of. At Cassville Country Club, as we approach hole 6, as the NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Tee. There's hole 5's green down there. Take a closer look in a minute, so you know what the hole's like. Green's like for hole 5. As you can see, 4-1 is on it. Putting nice green. There's a sand trap to the left. Another sand trap a good 100 yards off of the green. The lake to the left of the hole makes this a good trap. Statistics on hole 6, which is a par 3. Let's take a look. Par 6 consists of a very short tee shot. They tee off down a very short 133 yards for the men, 118 for the women. Tee off to a green with a sand trap to the left. It is a par 3. Again, 133 yards for the men, 118 for the women. Here is the tee. A little planting there. Lattice work. And green down there. Sand trap off to the right. Right there. Now we will skip on to hole 7 as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Foursome 1 approaching the 6th tee. Let's ask them how they did on the last tee, on the last hole. Chuck, how did you and Dot do?
Well, figure S.
You had a 5 on that hole.
Did we have a 5?
Foursome 1 tees off. Let's take a peek at their scorecard. It appears that Bert and Joyce, whose scorecard this is, have had 4s on holes 1, 2, and 3, and 5s on 4 and 5, which means they had a par on 1, a bogey, or a birdie on 2, a par on 3, bogey on 4, and a par on 5, which means they are completely even. They're playing par right now, and Dot and Chuck are doing similarly. We'll see you guys at 7th tee. The force now is for now. How'd you do on the last hole, Alan?
4 strokes.
4 strokes. Which gave you a legend of birdie?
If this is a par 5, it's birdie. Okay. If it's a par 4, I guess it's par.
I think it's par 5. Now let's find out from Jeff and how he and his father have done this hole. Because he just missed a putt, which I don't think is good.
Well, buddy.
You and your dad doing the last hole. Jeff, how'd you and your dad do in the last hole?
You don't want to hear me talk about it because you can't use that kind of language on television.
Well, obviously they had a bad park. We're back here with Foursome 1. The green tee, hole 6. Nice choice of putts. Ooh, I should go way over. Shouldn't sit. Chucking some marks for ball for her. Bert. Goes to putt. good foot from the hole. Here's Dot putting. Oh, and she makes the putt. What does that give you, Dot? What did that give you? 3 and a 4. 3 for Chuck and Dot, and 4 for Bert and Joyce. Now let's go over watch Group 1, foursome 1, tee off. Here is hole 7. The players start off at the tee, shoot down the fairway. You have a nice water trap, sand trap, lagoon. It's a very strange hole. It's got a lot of obstacles. You go to the green, there's uphill, there's a sand trap on the back. Hole 7's par 4. And 346 yards for the men, 334 for the women. So somewhat differently, we are going to watch both groups putt. Chuck tees off nicely. Down here you can see the trees, and here's the swamp where you cannot see too well. Walk up there and see later a few nice trees. This hole is bad to go right on. You want to go left. This hole is good to go left on. Let's go up and watch the team's putt. But first, let's see the lagoon as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. With foursome 2 on green 6. Apparently Jeff Gutjahrs had a good tee shot, as you can see from him, and his ball. He and Gary are going to take that. As opposed to Gary's, which was nice. Let's watch him put the chip on it. Well, it looks like they're going to have about the same shot. Nope, except there's Alan's ball sitting right there, so they're going to obviously use Alan's instead of Doug's. Let's have them report to us later. I will now go cover hole 7. Cover both groups on the green of hole 7. We're at the lagoon area. Here's this lagoon that is such a sore, bad area for mini golfers. This is in the middle of hole 7, so you can see the tee is back there. Back there where the car path is. There is group 2, foursome 2 on green 6. They're finishing up, they're about to tee off. And green, this hole, is straight up behind these pine trees up here. That sign you see in the middle is on the other side, but let's go up to the green and watch foursome 1 putt on the green of hole 7 as the NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. At the green of hole 7, as Chuck stands over there, Bert prepares to make a chip shot. As Bert makes his chip shot. As Bert waits to make his chip shot. He's waiting for his wife, his partner, Joyce. There, Chuck made his chip shot. Well, he missed it, but there it sits. A good 6 feet from the hole, which will put Chuck up for a 3 if he makes that putt. Let's watch Dot make her putt. Boy, they're going out of order here because Bert just made his shot. You can see it set up there in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And that's who's going to make. Joyce is going to make the shot, I believe. Yes, Joyce is going to make her shot. Let's watch. That lands good. Probably 6 feet from the hole. Now let's watch Dot make her tee shot or her chip shot. And there it rolls, bounces. I think Chuck is going to be the one to go with. The two groups partners are preparing to putt for par, which is 4. You can see their ball marker, Bert and Joyce's ball marker right there. The hole is right there, and you can see Chuck and Dot's ball mark right there. Let's watch Joyce. She makes her putt. Oh, and Bert and Joyce have a 4 as Joyce puts it in. Now let's watch Dot putt. The pressure is on.
Put it in.
They must
Here's right here. Yeah. You can do it. We're just gonna
par.
break about 10 miles, George.
Let's watch. The pressure is on for Dot. Oh, she thought it would break more than it did. Apparently, now Chuck knows that it won't break as much. Let's watch his putt as he putts for a 4, which is par. And both Bert and Joyce and Dot and Chuck make pars, which are 4 on hole 7 as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. On hole 7, green, Jeff sits there where that quarter sits on the ground. They are putting for a 3. Alan sits right here in the hole. There is Doug. They have not yet decided which ball to take. They will be putting, Jeff and Gary will be putting for birdie, which is a 3. Doug and Alan will be putting for a 4, which is par. Ooh, it broke more than Alan thought it would. Let's watch Doug make the same putt for a par as Alan marks his ball. Oh, what a bad break. They're going to end up with a 5.
Such a good start.
Apparently Doug had a beautiful drive. Now let's watch Gary make his putt. Oh, that was beautiful. It's going to roll. No, it's not. And it broke. Now let's watch Jeff's ball. Let's watch Jeff as he does his practice putt swing. Jeff is putting for a birdie, which is a 3 strokes. Here. It's down here. Let's watch Jeff putt. Oh, and it appears that Jeff and Gary will end up with a 4 on hole 7, which is par, and Doug and Alan disappointedly wind up after a wonderful drive by Doug at the beginning with a 5, a single bogey on hole 7 as the coverage of the Lake Classic by NBC. We will skip over to go watch foursome 1 tee off on hole 9. Foursome 1 is currently on the green of hole 8. This hole is a long hole that looks short, a hard hole that looks easy. Let's take a look at the stat. Par 3, 198-yard hole for the men and 181 for the women. They tee off towards green, as usual. Trees behind, green, sand trap on the right. Let's take a look down, green, sand trap on the right. Let's hurry up the cart path and watch foursome 1 tee off. The 9th tee, this will decide the game. Let's finish this up on the green of the 8th hole. Let's look at the stats for the 9th hole, which they're about to tee off. Number 9. 90-degree dog leg to the left. Tee off the tee, down the fairway. Then they have a 90-degree rule. They have to land in the fairway right here, and then they have to shoot to the green. Number 9 is a par 4, 401 yards for the men, 384 yards for the women. A sand trap on the front right side of the green. Let's watch as foursome 1 tees off. T9. Here's Chuck Niesen. Graphite driver. Overall, Doc and Chuck have had an excellent game. Here's Chuck. Let's watch. As he takes practice swing. Now here's the real thing. Wax it. It's going to drop in the center of the fairway. I think Chuck is happy with his shot. Now Bert is going to make the same shot for his pair. He and his wife Joyce have also had an excellent game. They are 1 or 2 over, depending on how they did on their last round. Let's watch as Bert whacks one towards the center of the fairway.
That's a good shot into the green.
Now here's Dot Brenneckes teeing up her ball with her driver. So she's going to use a driver. She can't get much better than Chuck's shot, but she's going to shoot. Let's watch. Boy, she whacked that ball. Boy, excellent hit by Dot Brenneckes. And let's watch Joyce Smith tee up her ball. And see if she can't do as well as Bert. Would she pound that ball? Boy, all 4 players have nice hits. Now let's head down to the green, watch their fairway shots, and wait for foursome 2 as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Apparently, Bert and Joyce are going to shoot Joyce's ball. Unless Bert can find his, apparently they've lost it. And Dot and Chuck are going to use Chuck's ball. Let's watch down. Walk down to the green and watch as they make their fairway shots towards the green. Deciding ring for 1992 Lake Classic. All of the groups are neck and neck. There's Bert Smith as he made his fairway shot to the green. Let's wait for Chuck Niesen to make his shot. Dot Brenneckes to make her shot from the same place. Dot. Oh, what a great shot. Look at that. A good 4 feet from the hole. They're going to like that shot. Now Dot will make her shot from the same place up there. Let's watch as she does that. Okay, apparently Dot has already made her shot. Here's where Bert and Joyce have made their best shot. Very good, 100 yards off the hole, 75, 100 yards off the hole. This is a par 4, I believe, which means that Chuck and Dot are now putting for a birdie. And if Bert can chip this on the green, they'll be putting for par. Let's watch as Bert makes his shot. Takes a few practice swings, Bert does. Oh, we await the shot. There it is. Looks like it's going to be good. And it drops on the far side of the green. Now let's watch Joyce make the same shot from the same place. See if she can get it any closer to the hole, because now Bert and Joyce will be making a very long putt for par. There is Joyce's shot, and it lands in the sand trap. Disappointingly, looks like they will be using Bert's ball, but I cannot speak for them. So let's see how they do as NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Dot are currently playing even par, so if they make this birdie shot right here, you can see Chuck's ball mark off to the right up there. If they make this birdie shot, they'll end up 1 under for the day, which will make it very tough for any of the other teams to catch them. Let's watch now as Bert and Joyce Smith make their putt from about 35 or 40 feet. This will be tough. This is for par.
Take it out.
Dot just took out the flag. Things are somewhat slow today because it's wet. There's no sun to dry out the green, so they're still wet at about 11:30 in the morning. Here is Joyce's putt.
Bill Edmondson, golf shot, please.
Oh, what a wonderful putt. She overshot that by a good 18 inches. That was an excellent putt for Joyce Smith. Now let's watch Bert make the same putt from across the green. Take some practice swing. There it is. Looks like Joyce had a slightly better putt than Dot putt.
How much do you think it's going to break?
If they make this putt, they'll be 1 under par for the entire game. 1 under par. They'll undoubtedly make it tough for any other team to catch up with them if they make this putt. They miss a 2-putt even par. And that was a close one for Dot.
A little harder, and it.
Now, if Chuck makes this putt, then they will have 1 under the entire day. If he misses, then they'll even par for the whole day. Chuck just went to school, and Dot's playing so much. Looks good. Oh, but it passes.
Boy, way too strong.
Yeah, he was a little strong on that putt. Looks like Bert and Joyce are going to use Joyce's putt. Well, Chuck and Dot finished today even par, which puts them in strong competition. Bert and Joyce are playing round 2 or 3 over. We'll find out from them in that. That gave Bert and Joyce a 4. That gave them a 5 for hole 9, which they finished.
Good putt.
We'll find out in a minute. 3 over. We are waiting now for foursome 2 to come, make their fairway shots on to the green of hole 9 as the NBC coverage of the Lake Classic continues. Okay, NBC's coverage of the Lake Classic continues. We have Jeff and Gary up there, members of foursome 2, making their fairway shots for the green. Apparently, they had a good tee-off shot. We did not see it. They're both taking practice swings. Someone made a shot. You can see the green right in front of you now. Someone shot right over. I'm sorry, that wasn't the green. That was the cart path. Someone shot over towards the cart path. Let's watch. Oh, they're still making their fairway shots. In case you didn't know, Dot and Chuck could be the Chuck and Dot could be the champions. They were the champions last year. They scored even par for the course. Joyce and Bert scored 3 over. They cannot be the champions. They could be second, but that's only if these folks do terribly poorly. Let's watch as Jeff, Doug, Alan, and Gary, Gooch and Gooch, and the wannabes approach their balls. See how they do. They did.
If we par, we win. If we bogey, we tie. So,
which means that
we have
Doug
to
and
chip
Alan
this on, put it in.
Doug and Alan are fast approaching. Here are Gary and Jeff's shot.
I don't think you want this cart here, do you?
Poor Gary.
Camera's on, isn't it?
Yes. Now let's watch Jeff as he makes the same shot for the green. This will be the 3rd stroke. He can do better than Gary. Jeff does not like his shot. Landed on this side of the green. Now here's Alan. Here's Doug. If they chip it on, and make the shot, they won. They bogey it, they tie, which means they'll take this one. If they double bogey it, they lose. That was not a very good shot by Alan. Lands there in the saddle. Let's watch the same shot by Doug. Wow, what a shot. It appears that that Doug and Alan can make this shot. It's a good 7 feet. If they can, they win it. Let's watch. This ball. There's the hole. It's going to be a long par. If they make that, we'll have a par. Let's watch as they attempt the putt. Slow down a little bit. It's a good putt by Gary. Let's Let's watch the same putt by Jeff, his son, Gooch and Gooch. They're putting for par here on the 9th green. Ford Classic.
I should just try to put it right in the hole. You want to mark yours?
Well, I do.
Gary marks his ball, which is about a foot off the back of the hole. Let's watch. Looks like it may roll in. No, it was a little soft. Gary and Jeff are about the same distance off either side of the hole. I think they'll just go ahead and putt it out. This will leave them with a 5 if they make this, which is more than likely. They're going to take Gary's ball. Let's watch Alan. They are putting for par. They are putting to win the game. And make this putt, they will win. Let's watch Alan make the putt. Oh, a little strong, a little far left. Let's watch Doug make the same putt. Alan's not marking his ball. Correction, yes he is. Let's watch Doug make a shot. This is to win the game. Oh, so now Doug and Alan are not the winners. They could be tied as the winners with Chuck and Dot. Let's watch as Gary makes his putt for 1 over par on 9 holes. We don't know how they're doing on the game. Oh, here's Alan making his putt. Oh boy. Let's hope Doug can make this. Let's hope Doug can make this. If he makes this, he will be tied with Chuck and Dot to win. If he misses this, he'll come in second. Let's watch. Okay, so now Chuck, Dot, Alan, and Doug have scored par. That was for 5 over. Gary just scored 5 over. Let's see the results of the tournament. Chuck and Dot and Doug, Alan. It's a 2-way tie for first place. Between Dot and Chuck and Alan and Doug. Gary, Gary and Jeff come in second, and Bert and Joyce come in third with 3 over. Jeff and Gooch had 2 over. Let's hear the reactions. Jeff, tell us.
I don't know yet, Andy. I'm thinking about it.
Do you have time to play it back?
Play it back? Well, we got a ski trip planned today, so I don't know if we can do that.
About your game.
We played well today. I was happy with it.
You, Chuck, ended up. Tell us about your game.
I don't, Brent, I'll tell you what, I don't know whether we ought to talk about it today or not. It was one of those rounds that left you wanting for less golf. Considering giving up my playing on the tour.
Thank you, Gary. Alan, what about you? You came in even today.
I was unhappy with my game, but I had a good partner. Picked up everything.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Doug?
You drove good too. You made some good birdie putts that.
How'd you feel about your game today?
I was.
Or we lost the interview with Dot.
Now what?
Yeah, right from where his tee is. You're gonna go for the number 2 hole.
What they are doing is they're
Yeah, we didn't want the chance of the ball. Well, you don't have to use it.
tiebreaker. They're putting 3 times putting contest. So far, they've tied both. So we're going to see what happens as Alan chips on the green.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Well, but if it goes in another hole.
Watch as Alan chips on the green. What are you aiming for, Alan?
I don't know.
Which hole are you aiming for?
I think we're in trouble. I think we're in big trouble.
Number 2.
Aiming for number 2. Let's see.
Good one.
Let's watch Chuck. This is the one game. It's not this one. It's the There it goes. Oh, that was close. That was close. So far, the 2 teams are tied.
I wore Rob.
Let's watch. Let's watch. As Alan puts. Yeah, let's watch Mr. Zink. But oh, and it doesn't drop. Well, that took Doug 3 strokes. It's going to take Alan 2 or more. Here is they're gonna let Alan cut out. It appears that they're each going to end up with a 3, which is going to be a total of a 6.
We'll see what God does here. Chances are she'll get a 3.
No, you won't.
Chances are my grandpa's sick with
You read it then. Whenever you
So you'd have 2 3s, so your dad will be putting for the championship.
That could be.
Right.
You don't?
get all that on tape.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
I'm
Isn't that what you think?
Oh, that's a bad break.
I would have hit it in just exactly the direction you hit
If
it.
Chuck makes the putt, he'll wind up with a tie.
Put it in, Doc.
I'm sorry.
I can't hit it that soft.
That makes this. Chuck makes his. All right, now Chuck is putting for the championship, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Chuck? Not quite yet. Dot had a 3.
Actually, I do think it is for the championship.
It is for the
It just feels to me like it's going to break right.
Yeah, this is for the championship.
Chuck
It looks like it's going to
putting
break
for the
left. So I guess I
championship.
better
Let's watch. Chuck Niesens,
But what I
putting championship, putting for his championship, second year, 1992. And he misses the putt.
He's got to make that.
He has to make the one coming back to save his championship. Okay, now if Alan makes this shot, It's a tie. Alan misses the shot. Dot and Chuck will be 2-year champions. Oh.
Still tied.
We are?
It's still tied.
Co-champions.
Feel about
Co-champs.
co-champs.
It's alright, it's fine with me. The more the merrier. And I was putting for a bird on there. And
Yeah, well, we both.
What about you, Chuck? What do you think
Hey,
about
where's my quarter?
sharing your championship with
I'm
someone
happy
else?
about it.
want my quarter.
I think everybody played a real good round today.
Good. Like a coordinator of this lake classic, what do you think of the round overall?
Well, I'm really surprised at how good golf they've been playing, actually. I mean, for everybody to break 40, that's pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
The year and the winter.
Well, it's burned on the back.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay.
So Chuck will take it with him this time to...
Chuck has to be one of the winners every year. He can take it home and
You don't think he'd do this?
I don't know.
It was down one hand.
You can tell the same me. Mine would be twin over here. My bad.
All right, now kiss it.
I don't think you're gonna get me.
You don't want to kiss it.
No, I'm not. I'm
Especially
It's
after.
okay.
Yeah.
Call the photo op.
UPI and
Oh,
AP.
Right in front of mine. Let me get one more. There we go.
Wrong angle.
Yes, there.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get the other one.
Well, mine's far enough away. You won't be able to see
Yeah, get Grandpa.
Oh, Mr. Gallagher, oh, Mr. Gallagher, what's the name of that game they play out on the links? With a stick they hit a ball where you can't find it at all, and the caddy walks around and thinks, why, Mr. Sheen, you don't even know a hazard from a green. It's become a popular game, you don't even know its name. Is it croquet, Mr. Gallagher? No lawn tennis, Mr. Sheen. I didn't forget it.
You don't want to forget this. We're not coming back. Classic. Oh, hand in the group.
We got the
here.
media coverage here.
This is the gallery.
Man.
Oh no! Anybody breaks 40.
Half. The other half.
Hey, you come here and hold it, and they'll try to reach for it.
Aren't they? They are cute.
Yeah, there you go.
Reach out. There, that's right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cute. Here's the other four. All right. That's the shot we want.
Andy, get out of the way. Let him pick.
Okay.
We gotta be serious now.
No, do that choking stuff. Yeah. All right. We'll take a nice one too, but I like that.
They all point at each other like
Yeah. What, better luck next year? Yeah.
Wow.
They should smile. They should. The numbers. I've got these. I was starting to feed the squirrel. The squirrel's over there to get some peanuts.
it's puffy.
You want Jeff to take this? Jeff?
Isn't that the cutest dog you've ever seen?
Now, what's that? Now you putting this down. Oh, are those your glasses? Jamie's on the You do? Reading? Well, now she'll wear them all.
Yes.
Well,
Hey Mom, did Dean have that laser eye surgery?
Did it work?
except they told him he was supposed to stay at the 58.
That's if we're getting into the
Yes, we
It's considered experimental surgery.
My doctor said wait about 5 years. And it's really.
But he had it done.
Get a picture. Did he get the dog?
You're talking dog like this.
You know, right now there's, you know, it's working. It's just waiting for it to really.
You gotta go down to the river and take a bath.
Chuck, we're ready.
We're ready. Okay.
Head them up, move them out.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun.
It has
It's been a
been.
good week. It's been lots of
Yeah, we had a
fun.
great time this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
being with you.
Same with you.
Hope your mom and dad get down.
Are you
there.
filming, Jamie?
I think it's mom.
And we sure enjoyed the
Are you?
time.
Really?
We're just gonna have to break them up.
Don't you
Brand?
think so?
Okay,
Yeah.
I like the way
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, they have to break them up.
We'll see you later.
We will.
Well,
Say
Bye,
goodbye,
girls.
Goodbye.
Be careful. Bye.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Third grade.
Bye.
That's a good one. You did a good job on that video.
Maybe we could
Thanks.
have
Bye.
All right. See you later. As far as I'm concerned, that's the best way to have a baby. I enjoyed hers. Send it home.
We had fun. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Back with the kids, shorter hair. That's a good picture. Everybody had a good time.
There go the Niesens. Katie, Susie, Andy, Chuck, and Susan.
Your little friends are going.
Yeah.
No, I'm going down there today. I laid down and finally I'm going. Oh my gosh, almost 11, isn't it?
Look at that face.
Yeah. In fact,
Well,
we're
you know
not quite.
the one that you brought to me on a teaspoon.
Oh, that little one's so tiny.
I have a terrible time sometimes swallowing it. It gets lost in my mouth.
Does it help to take a swallow of water or some kind of liquid first?
It's going to be a
Well, no, I generally just put it in the palm of my hand, stick my tongue down on it, and it sticks to my tongue. Then I take it.